So as you all know, I am very passionate about developing and building things. And previously, I have already covered in my videos a playlist of MCP, how to build MCP protocols, how to build MCP server, and how you can use different MCP clients to host your MCP server with OAuth and all. So that playlist is done. After that, I created a 30 days SaaS series in which I have experimented with Next.js application and actually told you how to build Next.js application with end-to-end like payments, database, everything. Everything a beginners need to know and how to use AI to get things done. So that 30 days series is also done. Now, it is time to level up, and if you are also beginner, and I will teach you something like a beginner, and that is Electron or Mac OS application building. So, welcome to the series that is Mac OS 101. It can be copied for Windows and Linux as well. That is, whatever you learn from Mac OS, if you have a Windows machine and if you have a Linux machine to test, or maybe Linux OS or Windows OS to test, you can test that application there also. So, in Mac OS, also you can test Windows and Linux. I have not tested it personally, but there are many virtual machines like UTM which I can use to test. So in future I will make videos on that. Don't worry about that. But right now I will be teaching you how to build Electron application and how to use macOS as a OS and how to build macOS application. So this is what we are going to learn. Simple Electron app. So this simple Electron app can range from a lot of varieties. For example, I can build an Electron app which only uses front end. For example, timer, a data without any data, a timer which is real time Pomodoro timer, for example. Second is a habit tracker which can and cannot use any backend or something like that. Third, Electron app can be which uses API. For example, you want to use OpenAI, Claude, or Gemini. If you want to use those API, how to use those? So that can be the third thing. And there are a lot of different applications. So we will cover this simple Electron application before we go to license management, maintain activation and validation via proxy server, distribution pipeline, and code signing. So what is license management? For example, you are building this application. There are two ways to authenticate user. That is, you build, you give license to them. They come here, they put the license in the application. Your device get activated from where the license is bought, and it maintains the validation. So that can be one logic. And second logic can be you issue license into their own account, but you use OAuth in your application, which actually links to the Next.js application. So that is the second thing. So simple Electron application license management. So I have done the first part, like if you go to Polar, buy a license and put it in the app, it will be activated. The second option is people open the application, they can just sign up using the Google account. They will move to the website, they will just do all the thing and they will return back. So that is second license management. Then third is maintain activation validation via proxy server. So what happens is that if I don't use my server and if I just use Polar as a payment gateway, you just pay, you get the license key, you use it. So there is no role of me. So in that time you don't need a proxy server. But if you want me to get included in between as a owner, for example, someone is using 3 or 4 back devices and you are allowing one device per one email, right, one license. So in that particular case, what you will do, you will make sure they don't activate. For example, my MacBook one is activated with the Polar, so as a user they cannot deactivate that device one. For that, they have to either contact support or you limit them from deactivating, like 7 days deactivating limit period, or 1 day or 2 days, something like that. And for that, activation and validation via proxy server actually helps you to control who can manage and who can access the application activation and validation. Then we have distribution pipeline. Again, this is divided into two parts. I have already covered this part, but I will go more in depth. So distribution pipeline is either you would use GitHub Actions to build your application directly inside GitHub in the cloud, or you use your system to build the distribution pipeline. Now it has some advantages and disadvantages of both the thing. Like GitHub Action minutes are very limited. First thing first. Second thing, if you build something on your PC, it only works in your PC. For example, you are using macOS, and if I'm building Windows application, I need to install node modules of Windows application. So That is again one issue. And the fifth part is code signing. I've already covered like three parts of code signing. What is ad hoc signing? What is notarized signing? What is self-certified signing? So this is very strict and very particular to macOS. It doesn't apply to Windows and Linux a lot. But yes, they also need certificate. Otherwise, it will throw an error that it is not signed. So these are the five things, five part which you need to know before building a production application in macOS. So we will cover this, we will understand everything, and let's see where it takes us. So this is it, guys. This is what I want to talk about. Now I will see you in the next day, in which I will show you how to build the application. So till then, take care and bye.